Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about my proposal on the synchrotron extension complex. After weeks of studying drawings and research in relation to the future development, the influence of suburban railroad system in Melbourne, three campuses at Latrobe, Monash, and Deakin will be joined by the railway loop. In light of this, the proposal of synchrotron as an extension of research facility that comes with public space to challenge the notion of academic space could incorporate such kind of public space, enhance the exchange of knowledge, benefit the future Melbourne to face any crisis that caused by population growth. Through my project, I developed a series of space that based on the concept of synchrotron tube that radiates in multiple directions from the circular building to my designed building. The architectural form is derived from the existing landscape that the curvature rooftop guided space become an attractor for people, and each of the tubes from the synchrotron will becomes an opening either as an atrium or a space that join up public space between two buildings, signifies the existence of the tubes in spatial form. Moving away from the ground floor space, there is a bridge between two buildings, which connected to its spatial sequence in an ascending order oppositely. The space is working as a multiple function that creates an interior urban condition as a transition to each workspace also could function as a public plaza for any kind of public event. It provides Clayton a new type of public gesture space other than housing and campuses. It also benefits the people who come up from the station to use this space for discussion, for knowledge exchange from other campus. The stairs sequencing is designed to connect with the sidewalls to inform the public the space inside the wall was actually a restricted space for limited access. It also creates another microclimate in a different condition space. Throughout the journey of stair sequence, you will be able to see a volumetric cube form working as a storage facility, inaccessible by the public, which will be related to the experimental spaces. The offsetting space of skywalks is a connection to the two ends of the sequencing space. The curvature walkway provides an endless extension view if you stand on the stairway view at the other end. The space also provides a more intimate space related to the more enclosed laboratory space. The skywalk will be designed for people who are working and research based in these facilities. It is an alternative connection that connects the synchrotron building. Through the journey of walking, the condition will be much more enclosed, that the program of entire architecture is controlled by the facade. From the elevation, the facade of upper part can be characterized by a denser structure that offers protection from sunlight exposure, and it relies on more artificial light. The lower parts are designed for open or working space or studying space that require more sunlight that is controlled by less dense facade structure to create an opener space. The idea of using light to inform space also be used underground. The pattern of light shaft for station and the columns in the open space are also used to signify speed of train. As the pattern stop when it gets less light, when it leaves the station it gets brighter. To create the flow of space among all buildings, the atrium works as a mediator to separate different spaces, from the enclosed working space to the semi-open public space, and from the semi-open public space to the space between two buildings. This kind of approach is trying to challenge myself to create a new kind of space that is infused with people, but it sits between a corridor and a street, but big enough to become a permanent space that allows visitors to generate conversation. The function of atrium in each building is not just offering an entry point and view to the synchrotron building. It also provides this type of opportunity that joins the whole complex, even broadly to the other campus by railway. In studio, the parts of my project is to experiment the drawings, using drawings to inform a project to challenge different kind of expression that I am interested in, such as collages, including some abstract expression that express space like this drawing, exemplify the negative space and its relationship to the tubes that extend beyond the synchrotron building. And this drawing is a diagram like but purposefully creating ambiguity on top to shift focus to the space down below to form a diagrammatic function. Similarly kind of concept applies in my project that most of the drawings are experimental by using some technique that include hand drawing, physical, digital models, and digital production that developed throughout the semester. I think all of architecture is about communicating. We communicate our intention that sits in our brain. Therefore, the set of drawing and process is an outcome of what I rethink my project and create an approach differently. Hope to challenge the programmatic thinking on drawings. Thank you.